building a new squad, but I've got no money. And all these players are going to be coming, free transfers are going to be available, but as we look in the top corner there, our transfer budget of £0 and the wage budget we've got to play with is a measly £2 a week, which at Smart Bank level is probably one player. What's going on, folks? Happy New Year. Welcome back to BADALONA. Interesting little time, you know. This is without doubt the toughest off-season I think I've ever had. So here we go. We're in La Liga Smart Bank, one off La Liga, and here's the pre-season preview. 450 to 1. Worth a quid? Now take a look at the Dream 11 and you can see the sort of players we're going to be up against. You've got Sebastian Haller up front. You've got Mingueza and De Vrij from Inter and Barca respectively. So before we get onto the players, here is the balance. We've made a little bit of money in friendlies. We're 3 million in debt now, which doesn't bode well for the transfer budget. In fact, the wage budget is smashed already. I remember at the end of the last episode I said we'd probably get one player in. We managed to get 3 by getting rid of one as well. I cashed in on right back Eric Salter. He was good, decent, but pace-wise lacking. He's out the door for 30 grand. A new right back replaces him. It's kicking. He's probably going to start as well. 6'1", good technically, good going forward, upgrade. It's a welcome back to Victor Munoz. We had him on loan from Real Madrid about 3 seasons ago. He's been released. We snap him up on a free transfer. And also from Real Madrid, again released, it's Baba. He is again a winger, so we're going to have some good options in those areas. Nice signing, top line value of 700k, potential. So 3 good signings coming in, but that's about all we can do now. And this is why it's going to be so tough. I'll show you the tactics screen, and you can see how these guys fit into it. So there we are, we're thinking the 4-4-2. That might well change. We're going to have a lot of hopes on Bizzy and Sau repeating what they did last season on a higher level. But for now, we've got 9 of the 11 locked in, but vitally we don't have a keeper and we don't have a left back either. Central midfield is the same as last year. I'm not sure if they're ready for this upgrade. I'm a bit worried. Pre-season started and actually we got a 2-2 draw against Athletic Bilbao in a friendly. But cautiously, we did get battered. A win against Hercules followed, but again, we're giving away a lot of chances. And then we came crashing down to earth with the friendly against Brest, which was part of the Garrido move last season. He scored 6-0 and we didn't have a shot. Thankfully though, we got some form in the next game against the lower league team Vitoria with Bizet coming up trumps. And that's how pre-season shaped up. Good wins, but I'm concerned about the amount of chances we're giving up. Now we do have some good news and one I'm really proud of. Remember Urko? Well, look at the way he is developing, dudes. My God. His value now is between 425 and 850. He's had 1 season out on loan. He hasn't kicked a ball for us really, and his attributes are just skyrocketing. I've got to find a way to get him in the team this season and he's got to play. Another youth player who's been upgraded to the first team because we kind of have to is 21-year-old Eloy Molist. He needs a new face. We'll sort that out in a second. But if you look at his mentals, superb. He's lacking in other areas, but for a squad player, he's going to have to be involved. And with the lack of money, Antony, who is 19, we've converted him to a centre-back. He wants to be full-back, but we've converted him to centre-back. He's going to have to be the backup centre-back. He's not great. He needs a new face, but he's going to have to be involved. So we've got a super small squad. The average age of the squad is 22, but we've managed to get 3 more players in on loan, and they're free loans as well. First up, for central midfield, which is vital because we had no players, is Miguel Sanchez. He's come in from Girona, formerly of Real Madrid. Good all-round player. That is a brilliant pickup. We're lacking at left back, so Salvador comes in. He's not the best in the world at crossing, but everything else is pretty solid. And finally, the man with the angry eyebrows, our new number 1 keeper for the season, on loan from Espanyol, is Isidre Fortuny. All these boys will be upgraded with a better face, but my God, we needed a keeper, and he is the new man. So what that means is with the free transfers, the free loans, and the youth candidates promoted, I've cobbled together somewhat of a squad. There's a 4-4-2. I have 11 players, but let me tell you this. Goglione, our captain last season, I've had to change his position, and I think this could be his new one. So this is Goglione. He's played 62 games for us, all at right back. He's okay, but not spectacular. I thought he looks something different to me. He looks like a holding midfielder. So I've gone up to development, to training, and now we can see I've got him trained as a central midfielder on defend. And if you look at the attributes that are involved, he's lacking a bit in passing and work rate, but everything else is pretty solid. So as a backup option for central midfield, I think he's going to be better suited there than at right back. And sometimes when you're on such a short squad, it's a good idea to retrain players to play in a few different positions just to give yourself some options. So how ridiculous is this? So we've got to register our players now for the season, and we can't register Antonio because he doesn't meet the requirements of £1,285 per week. But Antonio has already played this season for 3 games. Also, we've signed Baba. Here's Baba. Same deal. Can't be registered because he doesn't meet the minimum wage requirements. 1,285. Baba, he's on 1,300. What the hell? So we start the season off with a tough away match against Girona. First game in, old keepers in goals, and that was the one that pushed me to get a new keeper. Couldn't do anything about that one, 2-0 down. We did get one back later on through you-know-who, Bizet from a corner. Then it was time for the biggest match in Badalona's history. Celta Vigo at home, Sau over the top. Unbelievably, we got in front. 75 minutes gone, a carbon copy, ball over the top into pace of Sau. This stage we're 2-0 up, 80 minutes gone, Celta Vigo finally come back at us through Lopez. But the boys hold on, we beat Celta Vigo. Yes! A goalless draw at home to Burgos followed. And then back to reality, we got pumped by Huesca, 3-0. We went down to 10 men early against Cartagena, but you know who we can rely on. The ball comes in and Bizet at the double gives us a 2-0 win. We followed that up with a defeat away to Leganes. And as it stands, we're sitting in 15th with 7 points from 6 games. This is going to be a long old season, dudes. So early thoughts, we're getting a point a game. If we maintain that, we probably will stay up, but it's going to be so tough. It's going to be so tough. The squad is decimated. I need to get Urco Hernandez into the team, so I'm thinking of changing the tactic up a bit. Sau has been okay, but he's taking the jump up a level. It's been a bit tough on him, so I'm considering dropping into a 4-4-1-1 and having Sau, more likely Urco, in behind Bizet and changing Bizet's role a bit. Maybe that'll make us a bit more solid and keep a bit of attacking threat. And this is the big issue. When we couldn't register all those players, I am now left with a squad of 17. And that's it. And I can't bring any youth players up because they don't meet this wage requirement. Nonsense. And as a reminder, I can't register Baba because he's not on 12.75 or over. But he is. He's on 1,300. Just going to phone Sports Interactive and tell them about this. I want my Baba back. So Barcelona had a great season last year. What's this season started like? Unfortunately, it started pretty well for them. They've won 4 out of 4. They're absolutely flying. At the back end of last season, they bought Fabio Vieira from West Ham via Arsenal for 76 million. And this summer, they bought in João Mario from FC Porto for 26 million. And wonderkid Datro Fofana for 50 million from Bayern Munich. So while we struggle, they excel. So a bit of a bitty start to the season. I'm really happy we managed to get 2 wins already. One against Celta Vigo, so we've got it in us. We've got loads of games to come. It's all about survival. Can we do it? You can see I've started experimenting. If you look closely at the formation, we're a different type of 4-4-2. We'll be back soon to see how we're doing. Maybe around Christmas time we'll play a clutch of games. Fingers crossed. All about survival. All about survival.